What is going on, everybody? Once again, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing Halloween 5 Revenge of Michael Myers. Alright, so Halloween 5, it starts off recapping the events from Halloween 4 literally right after. I mean, this movie didn't take, I don't think it took long right after Halloween 4 came out, but it's getting straight to the point. And you know, at the end of Halloween 4, when Michael, we all thought he was dead, we all know he wasn't. He got shot down and he ended up getting buried. He fell somewhere and then he makes his way through this cave where he finds some guy. Michael is just brutally injured and the guy ends up taking care of him for exactly a year. I mean, coincidence. What are the chances that he ends up staying there for a year? And you know, Michael then gets up rolls out of bed and he's ready to go for the next year on Halloween. Hey, what do you know? And that right there is letting you know, like, okay, what are the chances that everything that has happened since the fourth movie, everything is coincidentally happening on Halloween night or the night before in preparation for Halloween night. Danielle Harris, she's great as well in this one. She's great in Halloween 4. She's great in this one. She doesn't talk as much in the beginning because she apparently has laryngitis and can't talk. And then she starts having all these attacks, and you know, it really shows more of her acting instead of just the crying and whining that she did in Halloween 4. You know, she ends up overcoming COVID 1989 or whatever, and she gets her voice back. You know, she's good. We see these scenes where her and Mike are connected. They're both having some attacks. They feel, it's like, you know, in Star Wars when Rey and Kylo Ren have these moments where they both stop and they can hear each other. They can feel each other within the Force. Yeah, this is kind of what happens in this movie between Jamie and Michael. And in this movie, we clearly see that the franchise is getting a little weird now. It's getting a lot more dumb. Once again, we have Donald Pleasence coming in playing Dr. Loomis, and he's clearly getting old. I mean, this guy can barely walk, he can barely talk, and he's not really giving those speeches like I mentioned in Halloween 4, but now he's over here saying that Michael has this rage, like, don't you understand? It's this uncontrollable rage, and you know, he's just talking about a rage, that this rage is coming from somewhere, that it's unexplainable, and Jamie is the only one that can help him find what this rage is about and where it's coming from and how to stop him. This movie is just filled with even more horny teenage stuff, teenage drama, and it's just boring throughout the movie. Like, you just don't want to know anything about it. You just don't care. Although I did like how there's this guy who cares way too much about his legs and his car. He's like obsessed with his car, and Michael's a straight up savage because he knows that he cares about his car, and right before he kills him, he like has this hook and he's just scratching the heck out of his car. Which is a smart move because he's gonna pretend to be the girl's boyfriend. He's gonna put on the Halloween mask that she got him. He's gonna pick her up in the car. He's not gonna say anything, but he's just gonna pretend to be him because, you know, that's Michael's style. He doesn't talk.
It feels creepy.
You know, at this moment, Michael's like, ooh, I cannot wait to cut you up. Another thing I found funny is that when they're at the gas station, the girl wants some cigarettes, and then Jamie's having these moments where she wants to communicate, where she knows where Michael is, and she can only communicate through charades, and then she only sees like this painting on the side of the gas station, this woman with cookies, and she obviously has giant boobs, and then Jamie's over there like, you know, and then Loomis and the other people are like, wait, oh, okay, a big woman with what? Like, what else could it possibly mean? Then, of course, typically in a slasher film, we gotta have a party. We gotta have a party with dumb teenagers. And of course, there you go. That's your typical white teenagers in a movie. And of course, you know, when teenagers run up from the party into somewhere dark, it's because they're gonna have sex. And this movie had a sex scene in a barn house, which, by the way, is really romantic. This sex scene is way too long, like way too long. It's one of those movies where you're like, where's Michael? I'm trying to get rid of these two. I'm trying to move on. Michael, can you do us a favor and hurry up? Oh yeah, and apparently Michael's knife is really good quality because it can withstand about 40 or 50 pounds of human weight and fling somebody up for support to reach the air vent that's on top. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, how did I forget, like, this man in this dark coat and then this hat, he's just seen throughout the movie. He's just spread out, and then you don't know what is going on. You just know that he's there. The whole thing of Loomis saying that it's some rage that is inside him, some evil, is like trying to be like the setup for the next movie, because that's when the series takes it a whole new direction, and you're like, okay, I don't know how much of this I can take. So in the end, I would say that Halloween 5 is a bootleg.
Throw that damn thing away before you need a tetanus shot.
Alright, so if you've seen Halloween 5, I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts and opinions. And if you haven't seen it, then go ahead and watch it and then come back and let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.